Okay, so session number 3. Okay, um, first of all, kind of a funny thing. I was starting out in one of my favorite keys in the last recording, starting out in D minor, which is great. Love D minor. However, my first concerto was in D minor, and I suddenly remembered that. I thought, jumps right out there, big bold D minor. So I thought, well, let me go ahead and make a switch. Let's make a switch. Let's go with A minor, another great key, not terribly difficult. So I pretty much, whatever I had written in D minor before, I just transposed in Sibelius up to A minor. So a little bit of change, gets a little different register, whatnot. It's not doesn't feel like a significant change. So I did write some things out, and you can see it here on this first page and the second page. The first page is what I mainly discussed in the second session there. That's the piano orchestra introduction. So it's this kind of announcement of the key, really is all it is. And then it's going to go into the melody. I'll talk about the melody in the next session here. But I did write some of that out. So on this first page, you can see that I've got chords in the piano and some accompaniment in the orchestration, the second piano on the bottom. I'm not sure if that's the final yet. Probably going to have to do some work to see where that goes. But it's kind of interesting. So we have, I'll try to play a little bit of it. So, or put it together somehow. Obviously, I'm leaving some things out. But the orchestra will begin. And the piano. So it's kind of got this grand sort of thing, and you really can't hear it until you hear everything. So if I play just the piano part, with the exception of the octaves and the orchestra, I'll do those. And then the melody begins. So kind of cool. I thought about some changes, but I think I like what that is. I need to add some to the orchestra, and I'll try to get it recorded where you can hear everything. So I want to make sure you understand that I'm not just writing, whatever comes to mind. I mean, the old question about creativity is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Totally true. Totally true. With the exception, perhaps, of Mozart, who just he could see it. There, for most of us normal people, we you really have to. You have a few moments of inspiration, but then it's all just carve it out, and that's what I really hope you see in all these videos. That it's a lot of work. It's not just bam and there you go. So in this, what I envision for this piece, I have this kind of piano orchestra introduction, like I said, basically establishing the key. And then once that's done, I'm going to have the orchestra do the melody and in sort of the first statement of it. And then the piano is going to come back and give its version of the melody, which is the same melody, but just in a more pianistic style. And my general idea there is once that melody is complete, we're going to modulate somewhere. Once the first theme is done, we're going to modulate somewhere, most likely E-ish, maybe, because typically when you're in minor, you modulate to the relative major. I might do that. But there's a part of me that kind of likes the idea of maybe jumping all the way to the fifth in the key that we're in. We'll just have to see. It works very well to go to the third, but we'll see. So modulate to a key, I'm thinking probably major, of a somewhat contrasting nature. And then if I get it right, once that melody is done, we'll start kind of a long, slow progression to a big climactic moment, and then another big blast of the main theme. So, in that progression to that big moment, I hope to use parts of the main theme and the second theme. There might even be, what we used to call a development theme in there somewhere. But I want to bring that main melody back really strong, maybe have a slight variation to it, and then gradually pull down to maybe a quiet conclusion to the movement. Maybe not. That I haven't really decided yet, but that's kind of the direction I'm going. So there's at least 2 melodies I've got to make. I have some notes down for a first melody, and in the next session we'll go over that, what I've written down, and then I'll possibly make some changes on camera here in order to make it a little bit more what I want. So yeah, so far so good. I think it sounds okay so far. And please let me know if you like it in the comments. I would be happy for suggestions. If you want a chance to make a suggestion here, please put it in the comments below. Oh, and I forgot. Like, click, and subscribe, right? I've not done videos too much like this before, so if you want to subscribe, that'd be great. You'll be notified when the new ones come out. But if you have suggestions, you say, oh, that melody's great, or the melody stinks, or why didn't you do that chord, or why don't you do that chord, that would be cool. I'd be interested to see some things like that. But so far, so good. I hope you like these so far. Thanks for watching.